Hello and a turbocharged good morning to one and all. It's AFRIKAPRO Race Day 8 and we are well within the endurance leg of the series. Now today's real test and real challenge, Henrik, for the birds is the hot African conditions that they're going to be facing. And it's going to definitely affect the rankings today.
Yeah, no, for sure. Goed too.
However, the highlight today isn't just the bird race. We have our very first AFRIKAPRO car race.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited about this car. We have up for grabs there for the race winner of today.
Yes.
This is an initiative from our side to actually hype up the series a bit. So for us, it's very important that the series is throughout full of entertainment and that all our fans sits on the edge of the chair entire season. And yeah, we're going to officially hand over this beautiful Ford Wild Track at Sun City to this car race winner. And yeah, from my side, good luck.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. Yeah. Are you adventure ready, guys? Because this is absolutely amazing. Now, this car offers some astounding off-road capabilities, you know, that will help you navigate those rough terrains here in Africa. And now, it's got some beautiful, absolutely beautiful, unstoppable turbocharged power, Henrik.
Yeah,
look,
they have a double turbo set, ne?
Oh man, I think it's a guy's dream.
Two turbos.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's got cutting-edge safety technology as well. You know, for if you're taking your family as well. Beautiful luxury interior to give you that premier AFRIKAPRO experience as well.
No, I was very impressed with the interior of Ford. They just upped the level again and world class. So very excited. Yeah.
No, certainly. We can't give away to pop some champagne later on, but we can guarantee you this car is bold, it's muscular, it's fast, just like the winner of today's race will be. So we're really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Talking about the race
and
having a car over here, let's talk about today's race conditions. Would you like to give us a little insight on that?
Yeah, good. So as we mentioned before, today's maximum temperature is going to be 32 degrees Celsius over midday, and that's pretty much the time most of the pigeons will arrive here at the loft.
Yes.
At the liberation this morning, it was a bit wind still, but it was an easterly wind, blowing 7 to 12 kilometers an hour. Middle part of the race, they predicted actually no wind. Wind still part, and then the last part of the race, last third, is a little westly wind.
Yes.
And as you can see, it's a westerly wind, and that will be like 15 kilometers max on the left shoulder of the pigeons as they make their way the last stretch to the loft. But the big factor for today is the 32 degrees Celsius.
No, certainly. So we're still excited about the car, you know. But before we talk more about the car, let's throw over to Ruan. Take a look at his liberation point conditions.
For sure. Yeah, and then perhaps we can come back and discuss more the black jacket rankings. Azay, first, before we go over to Ron, just want to have a quick look at our liberation point. It's in the Wimbuck area, 430 kilometer mark where we're going today. So it's far down there in the south, even more south than Kroonstad. And as I mentioned before, we're flying in South Africa now for AFRIKAPRO, the south route, all the way up parallel to the N1, north to Gauteng region, and the pigeons got to go over Gauteng all the way to the AFRIKAPRO loft. Today it's clear skies, and as I say, hardly any wind in the middle section, just a westerly of 15 kilometers on the side, but maximum temperatures of 32. So there's the AFRIKAPRO loft. We anticipate the pigeons to arrive anytime soon from now on.
Morning everyone, we arrived yesterday already at the liberation point for race 8, the 430 kilometers, the car race, the big race that everyone has been waiting for. At the liberation, there's no wind at all, clear skies, beautiful morning. Good luck to everyone.
It's AFRIKAPRO Race Day 8. As seconds become minutes, the endurance leg of the AFRIKAPRO series and the race to crown the ultimate brown jacket champion is officially well underway. This week, the stakes are even higher, with a state-of-the-art Ford Wild Track with $50,000 being the ultimate prize. Whose bird will secure them the win today and the beautiful Ford Wild Track? Good luck.
Hendrik, we've got our Ford World Track, we've got the champagne ready to be popped, and there's a huge sense of excitement in the air as we are possibly anticipating a record-breaking performances from our top fanciers who will be going head-to-head for the all-time Black Jacket title wins.
Yes, for sure. Good. So exciting times now. As Africa Pro getting older and older now into our third year, today might be one of the first big records that might get broken by Kingston Low.
Yes.
They're actually tying it with the Pre deadlifts for 6 race wins leading the Black Jacket.
Sure.
So both of those two teams lead the Black Jacket for 6 race wins in one season as well. And yeah, who knows? Interesting times to see if the Kingston Low coming up on the top again today on the Black Jacket rankings.
Yeah.
But what a phenomenal performance of that team so far for the year. In all divisions, they win, I think, 2 races by now. They win Fancier of the race competition already. They're leading the Black Jacket for 6 races. They have Pigeons up in the Blue Jacket ranking.
Yes.
Both the two teams, first and second, are ranked in the Black Jacket.
Yes.
I can go on and on. The list is very long. But they make a very, very big statement that's out there for everyone to see. If you look at the rankings and the results, Kingston Low certainly have the genetics for this condition in Africa for 2024 season. So very excited.
Very exciting. I think we are on the brink of making history. Let's talk about the standings. In first position, we've got Kukumur and Gomez.
No, they're actually second position. They're about to catching this Kingston Low.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Kukumur and Gomes, I mentioned it before, they sometimes start the season at the bottom, but they have just the character to gain on every single race. They will just gain some seconds in time. Like last week, they gained I think they move up 1 position because when you're at the top, it's harder to move up.
Yes.
But they gained 27 seconds on Kingston Low.
Yeah.
And today, again, the race getting longer, and then we still have 9th race and then a final.
Right.
So this is plenty time still for Kukumur and Gomes to catch that 9-minute. There still has a 9-minute gap between them and the first team. Also known in South Africa.
Yeah.
When it gets longer and tougher,
Yes.
that's when you see Kukumur and Gomes' name.
Always rise to the top. And then in 4th position, we've got Umberka Loft, rising by 2 positions.
Yeah, I'm very amazed to see how Umberka approached Africa Pro from after the first year. He realized from the get-go, you need to invest in pigeons that are doing good in Africa Pro. So he really invests in ace pigeons and race winners of Africa Pro, co-breeding or breed those together. And you could clearly see the result last year. He ended up second on the Black Jacket rankings last year. And this year is well on their way. He's already 4th on the Black Jacket ranking again. He moved last week 2 positions up and even gained 2 minutes on the race leader. So interesting to see how he going to do at the end of the final now.
And then in 5th position, we've got Umbart Gerings. Always good to see him and always good to have an interview with him online.
Yeah, no, with Bart Gerings and Simon Kolbrenner, 2 very special people out of Europe, Germany and Belgium. But what we got to remember, those pigeons are born and bred in Europe.
Yeah.
They ship to Africa, and last year they've been very dominant in Africa Pro. They were also in the top rankings in the Black Jacket, I think ranked at the end of the year at 6th position. This year they even improved. They're already now, as we speak, on a 5th position. So also every year, every race, it's getting better and better as it gets longer and tougher. And this is a typical quality what we see in these top fanciers in the teams that are doing so well in the Black Jacket lately.
And then dominating 6th and 7th position. Would you like to talk a little bit about them? I know they're one of your favorites right now, doing very, very well.
Yeah, no, for sure. Ulrich and Painters make a big statement so far this year because they're putting also, same as Kingston Low, they're putting 2 teams up there in the top 10 Black Jacket rankings.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
No, that takes a lot. The competition is really tight, and it says a strong message if you can put 2 teams up there in the top 10. And what's also very impressive is they already won the Green Jacket, and now they're in the run for a Blue Jacket.
Right.
So the Pigeon is up in the Blue Jacket, and they have 2 teams in the Black Jacket ranking, so things are really looking very good for them, and it says a strong message as well. Okay,
now we have a top 10 debutant. Very exciting. Welcome, Kevin, to the top 10.
Yes, Kevin just moved into the top 10 last week, 3 positions up.
Yes.
You have a very special pigeon, and yeah, so he's doing good. Actually, a whole team of pigeons, but he's doing phenomenally well. Yeah, so, and that's also the first year you enter with a full team. So who knows? He even told me that he considered to enter now 2 teams next year, and I wonder if he also will achieve that, to put 2 teams up in the top 10. I know it's very, very competitive.
Yes, it is.
Within his union and club, where he was competing against Kings and Gijslow and Kukumur and those people. But yeah, so only future will tell. Yeah.
Oh, good things coming from them. And then just breaking into top 10 is 9 positions. 9th position, we've got Mountain Loft and Murray and Mills.
Yeah, Mountain Murray Mills. The moment I see that name, I realize how wonderful to hear that last year. Last year they took the first and third ace pigeon for 2023 season.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So in itself, it just tells you they got quality pigeons. There's no wonder they're back in the top 10 there,
Yes.
9th position. So well done to them as well. And so far they have a wonderful season again. You can see it in all the rankings in a blue jacket and a black jacket. Yeah.
All right, so, okay, so now 10th position. We're not just going to be talking about 10th position here, because this team we're talking about now has a position within the top 10 and within top 20.
For sure, yeah. Pigeon Palace 1 and 2. So Pigeon Palace 2 is now ranked 10th, and I think Pigeon Palace 1 is ranked 19th today. Interesting thing is all these pigeons come out of Kings and Gijslow's breeding
Yes.
project.
Yes.
So that is again a very strong message that those people, we can't argue it. They just have the quality and the type of pigeon that perform in this temperature, what we're dealing here right now with the sun, the heat, and this condition we're standing in. So yeah, really looking forward to see how today's race is going to unfold.
No, certainly. So that's our top 10. I'm still very, very interested in seeing how our top fanciers are going to be performing. There's definitely going to be change of positions now that we are in the second half of the series. I'm really looking forward to talking about our brown jacket standings.
Yeah, no, I think we can quickly have a break and I'll come back and have a look at the brown jacket standings. Yeah.
Race Director Hendrik, we are in the second half of the Africa Pro Race series. We're now focusing on the brown jacket standings. And of course, with today's race, the birds, as we go along, the birds are going to be going through some warmer conditions as we go through longer distances. Would you like to tell us a little bit about our endurance series and, of course, today's weather conditions?
Yeah, no, for sure. Goed, so the brown jacket competition, our endurance series, is a new addition to the Africa Pro.
Yes.
And that's exactly the point, is to crown and to recognize those pigeons that perform so well on the longer distances, and in particular also where it's warmer as well. That's the second part of our series. So a Fancier that really stand out so far for me is actually Dieplocht and Sterkfontein that breed
Yes.
DPL pigeons. And yeah, so right now as we speak, Renee Arain is leading for Team Vision.
Yep.
Team Vision actually bought it. It was a pigeon up for sale from Dieplocht and Sterkfontein. And the interesting thing how that pigeon was bred is it come out of DPL 97. Now DPL 97 was the very first pigeon in Central Loft in Bloemfontein that won the knockout race, as well as was crowned as the ace pigeon. And that's about 2 years ago. And other interesting thing about DPL pigeons of Sterkfontein this year and Dieplocht is they already this morning they won another car at the other Sapper One Love race. That exact pigeon. So they were also competing within a syndicate, but for other Fancier. But at the end of the day, they won Central Loft car this year, and within 2 weeks they won already 2 cars. So who knows? DPL might come and win this car as well today, and that will be a world record if you win three cars in 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, certainly. And then looking at the brown jacket standing still in second position, we've got New Avenger that's moved up 3 positions.
Yeah, no, New Adventure from Ferdi Koetser, unbelievable pigeon. How it performed, it just won the race last week, and yeah, just did so good and move up in that ranking there, as you can see in the second position. So very interesting to see how that pigeon will do today. I think it's bred out of Stingray. Now Stingray was the equal winner on 2 very tough races on Dinu Keng One Love race, 550 kilometer and a 630 kilometer from Harib. Stingray actually was equal winner on both of those, and it was just a few days apart, those 2 races. And then also other interesting thing of New Adventure is that its full sisters and brothers are just performing as good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they already were winners in the TPRF club as well, and no, really very good. How can I call it?
Genetics.
Super breeding there, yeah.
Right, no, cool.
And click pair is the word I'm looking for.
Click pair.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, you're going to have to educate me a little bit more on the click pair. In third position, we've got Proto from Kings and Geeslow, the very, very famous Kings and Geeslow.
Yeah, no, Kings and Geeslow, as I mentioned before, they make just that speaks volumes how they dominate and performing this year so far. They have the first and second team currently in the Black Jacket ranking. Here we can see an endurance series, the name feature again. And just an unbelievable performance. That breeding for Kings and Geeslow, in this case it came out of Albrecht Kok, which is Golden Kareli. It's a very well-known name here in South Africa as well, and that was the grand sire of this beautiful pigeon that's performing so well of Proto. And the dam side, it was also a combine winner in Gauteng.
Right.
So a very good combination, of course, there, and really looking forward to see how that pigeon is going to do today.
And then up next, we've got Hans-Paul Esser and Andreas Müller. Purple Rain, the famous Purple Rain. Tell us a little bit about Purple Rain.
Yeah, first of all, Purple Rain is born and bred also in Germany by Andreas Müller. I was at Andreas Müller's loft. Very nice to meet him in person and to have a look at his breeding. And no wonder they are ranked up there.
Yep.
I regard Andreas Müller as a top world-class fancier. That pigeon, Purple Rain, also came out of the Carnival Wonder that done very good in South Africa and a Carnival One Love race as well. It came out of a cock called the Ludwig XIV, and a super performance that cock. Yeah, he was also equal winner on a 530 kilometer final race. So very good breeding from Andreas and Hans-Paul Esser.
Now, looking forward to hearing more from them. And then up next, just closely behind them, we've got Lucky 38, which comes from Kuni Hutting.
Yeah, Kuni Hutting just make his appearance again here in Africa Pro, and good luck, Kuni. Well done. And yeah, the breeding for Kuni there is out of Tom Lockline. Yeah. Very no name local in South Africa. It's a South African line doing exceptionally well, and then also a bit of Kaasboer and Veenstra, and seems to pay off for him.
And then, look, I am excited about Kevin. Always showing up these days. We've got Andy representing Kevin. moving up 10 notches.
Yeah, no, so Kevin, well done, congratulations. Andy is a super pigeon, but
Yeah.
you have a good team of pigeons as well this
Yep.
year, so well deserved your 8th position today in the top 10. Hope you can stay out there, the competition is quite tight, yeah.
And then we have Kings and Case Low occupying position number 7 with double gold, moving up 5 positions as well.
Yeah,
Great
no,
movement.
Again, as I just mentioned, Kings and Gijslo, the name is all over the show, and well done to them, moving up 5. As well as the painters, Ulrike
Yes.
Painters, they're in the 8th position. They're moving up 53 positions last week with that pigeon, going into the 8th position now. And the Kukurmun Gomes, again, a name that we will see when it gets longer and tougher.
Right.
Now into the 9th position. And yeah, who knows if they're going to stay out there. Well, together, a big surprise for me was last week was Yassim Akale from
Yes.
Kuwait.
Yes.
Now we know Kuwait have very tough pigeons. And yeah, last week, they move up 90 positions
Yeah, the biggest
on a
movement.
383 kilometer race. So
Right.
90 positions, and it will be interesting now to see how that pigeon going to perform today. Last week was a bit of a tailwind. Today is, let's call it no wind almost,
Yeah.
but very hot. And yeah, so I will have a look at Yassim's pigeon today as well to see how it's doing.
No, certainly. So well done to Yasuku and Jasim. That's our brown jacket top 10 standings. Like we said, Henrik, standings are really going to change today. So we're looking forward to the official standings, and we're still looking forward to popping some bubbly and giving away this beautiful Ford Wild Flag. So we'll see you right after.
Welcome again, fanciers around the world. Welcome back to Africa Pro. This is the premier one-lot racing series in Africa. Absolutely exciting. Today is very special. I'm not alone. This is Khotso Ramoko, by the way, and I'm with race director Henrik van Veilig. We are very excited. There's an air of excitement in the air, Henrik. And as we sit here in the lot, in the Waterberg regions of Limpopo, we are looking forward to the arrivals of the pigeons. Now, we had our liberation. What time was liberation, Henrik?
6:15 this morning, Khotso, yeah. So it's a perfect day for the pigeons. It is, as I say now, the distance get longer and the conditions get tougher as the day temperature, summer is creeping in. So we normally have a short springtime, and in spring we can even experience temperatures like today, 32 degrees. Just a few days earlier, we had the last cold front. I hope that was coming through, but today is certainly not a cold day. And yeah, I can see the velocity just dropped below 1400 there today, or right now as we speak. So yeah, we did anticipate that the velocity will be below a 1400. So maybe a 1380 or 1350, all depends on the temperature and did the front pigeons went down for water or not.
For those who are watching our one-lot series for the very first time, what are the implications with a slow velocity? Exactly what does that mean for a simple person who is just joining the sport?
Yeah, slow velocity, it's just a clear indication that the conditions was more tougher out there. So that conditions refer to sometimes a headwind or even winds on the side, left wing as well, it can be as well, or right wing. And then, of course, the day temperatures. So if the day temperatures is quite high, the pigeons have to go down to drink water, or they dehydrate much easier or quicker. And that's some factor we need to keep in consideration.
Hendrik van Velich, once again, we are nearing the end of the series. We have two more races and then the final, or in fact, we have one more race and then the final, which is going to be happening at Sun City. But for now, we'd like to talk about the preparation for the next season. Tell us a little bit about your preparation for the next season. We have our dates, our intake dates that have already been put out for the next season, as well as the shipment dates. Would you like to give us, or give the fanciers rather at home, a little bit of should we call it a tailwind? Make it give them a little bit of a tailwind information and give them an advantage.
Yeah, no, so my advice for the fanciers out there all over the world is you should you should have your young pigeons now. So they should have been born not older than 1 month now, or there's a first shipment already underway. But many of the fanciers we found it's focusing now on a second shipment. The intake for that will be around 20 October. And that is apply for Canada, USA, Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands, all those countries, yeah. And yeah, so it's for us very important that the pigeons arrive at a young age here at Africa Pro, and also as early as possible, because that gives us more time on hand so that we can train them well and home them well. So a pigeon that's home well also perform, obviously we can see clearly good in the season. And those fences is always on the top, they get that right. So to make sure your pigeon is not older than 16 to 20 weeks when it arrives with Africa Pro. The ideal scenario is your pigeon is almost 6 to 8 weeks old when it go into quarantine. Yeah, so yeah, that's the very important tips I can give the fanciers, and of course do the vaccination.
Of course. So basically do it early enough. We don't have just one shipment date. I believe we have 3 shipment dates.
Yes, the third shipment date is for those that actually perhaps be a bit late. Interesting thing is right now that the third and fourth pigeon in Africa Pro is from Germany. So that just proved to us that German fanciers are very competitive. Yeah, so it's ranked third. The one from Bülent Mavis is bred in November. And that is perhaps for a fancier that breeds late this pigeon, and I allow him then to ship it still in January. Just after the New Year just kick off, when all the quarantine stations and the testing laboratories is open again. Just a kind note, for South Africans, you can't ship in next year in January, February. We're closing for all South Africa pigeons. That means now, even if you're from overseas and you breed in South Africa, our intake is officially closed for South African pigeons in mid-December. The January shipment, the last shipment for our European, American, and rest of the world is only for those that couldn't ship over December because of the festive season. And that's why we allow them to ship in January for our very last shipment.
Okay, well, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's race director Hendrik van Velich letting you know exactly what to do and when to do it. So we're looking forward to those shipments coming in. But for now, once again, the finals are going to be happening at Sun City. So those of you who have booked and you've got your accommodation, we're really looking forward to seeing you then, as well as giving you the keys to that beautiful brand new Ford Wildflag, Hendrik.
Yeah, no, I'm very curious. I'm sitting also on the edge of my chair. I can't wait to see who's going to win this Ford Wildflag. Yeah, so I must say that's a good feeling to know that we have a decent price on, yeah, out there today, and I'm very, very curious to see who's going to pull it off today. And what I appreciate most is the fact that we know it's a fair race. It's not just an easy race to come and win a car. It's a nice long distance race, and it is decent weather conditions is out there. Yeah, so really looking forward to see who's the winner for today.
Okay, so now we've talked about our top 10s, and they're always prominent, always featuring. However, the car race is open to absolutely everybody that's registered in Africa Pro. Do you think we might have somebody like almost someone we've never mentioned driving away with that car? Do you think it might happen today?
What do you mean? Oh yes, for sure. Yeah, somebody that would never come out in top 10, and that is exactly the beauty of the sport.
Yeah.
Any person can come through, and there's like Kevin. We never talk about Kevin, and now suddenly last 2 weeks he come and win a race, he move up in the top 10,
Yep.
and make a big statement. So yeah, that's for sure. going to be very interesting to see who's winning the car.
No, certainly. We're very excited about that. We've got our champagne here that we're waiting to pop. Just a little bit about the car itself. It's very, very adventure ready. It's got some off-road mastery. You can conquer rough terrain with great confidence with the Wild Track. It's got some awesome 4x4 capability. It's smart, it's safe, it's got advanced features, so it'll keep your family protected with this cutting-edge technology. And then the luxury inside, which is what we talked about earlier on, Henrik. You can enjoy your plush leather seats, advanced infotainment, nice sound when you're in the African bush. And then just the style itself, man, it's such a beautiful car. It's bold, it's muscular, it turns heads, and it's got a sleek 18-inch alloy wheels. So, man, for those of you who are into, the big, bold look, guys, in fact, I am envious for the person who's going to win that car today.
Yeah, no, for sure. That is a decent car.
So certainly looking forward to it. Somebody will be receiving those keys to that beautiful Ford Wild Track. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first pigeons are here. They are just arriving. Very, very exciting. And who will be walking away or driving away that beautiful Ford Wild Track? We're about to find out. Here we go.
Loft Aankomer. Wow. Congratulations to Butch Loft Aankomer winning the race. Wow.
Well done. Congratulations, Loft Aankomer.
And Heerden Loft from Obas in the second position, and Tokka van Heerden, well done. And Debbie Gannis, all the way from America, came third. Unbelievable. Good performance there as well.
In fourth position, we've got Bullen Mavis. In fifth position, another South African team, Team Olive Loft and Lubomir Kubacek.
Unbelievable. Good performance. Well done. Koenie Hatting and Bredehanten Rousseau, as well as the Piet Detlefs is featuring as well in the top 10 today.
And then looks like we have a top 10 debutante, ninth position, Julia Marie. Well done.
Yeah, she also done very good last week. Unbelievable. Super performance. Well done, Julia Marie.
And then 10th position, Diamond Lost. Well done. Congratulations. You've just made it into the top 10. Absolutely amazing flight for your birds. Well done. But let's go back to the first position. Again, driving away with that beautiful brand new Ford Wild Track. Congratulations, Loft Aankomer.
Unbelievable. Superb performance. Well done.
Oh man, we're looking forward to giving away those keys, Henrik, in the finals. We'll see you there, Loft Aankomer. So the first batch of birds have already come in. Pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, they come in very, very fast this morning.
It does look like that first group of birds have made quite a gap between the second, because we haven't seen the second landing yet, the second group of birds.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see if there's any changes in our rankings on the... Let me quickly have a look. What's our rankings currently on the black jacket or on the blue jacket as well?
There will be some very dynamic movement within that top 10, just like we had anticipated. So just hang in there. We're about to take a look at those top 10s.
Okay, so we can see Kingston Low already in the second position. They secured a second position. The Pigeon is in already. And that's now in a blue jacket. Bullen Mavis, his Pigeon is in as well. Unbelievable. Yep. Super Pigeon. Red November in Germany. and shipped from Germany in the January-February shipment. So that's a big question been answered there for all our European fanciers. Interesting, the fancy that bred this Pigeon, he's visiting us today. We're expecting him to arrive at Palapala perhaps in the next hour or two. He just arrived at our Tambo airport, so that's his Nils Godeman. He and Bullen breed together, and they're making their way now here to Africa Pro today.
Welcome. It's going to be some warm conditions, and then in fourth position we've got the three continents syndicate.
Yeah, and if I didn't have it wrong, that Pigeon as well, that is actually, I'm right, that Pigeon is also born and bred in Germany. Yeah, it's another Pigeon coming in. Let's quickly have, here's another pack of Pigeons coming in. Yeah, there we go. There they come.
Very exciting for the fanciers out there watching their pigeons finally coming home to the Africa Pro 1 loft.
Small pigeons coming in.
Okay, so the pigeons arriving not so far off.
Oh, there's the beard. Bart Kierings, another Pigeon. Doustein, Lofan, Palmer, another Kukumur. Mike Gaines, another Pigeon. Three Musketeers, well done.
He's at pace low, 46th position. And you'll see, ladies and gentlemen, within that top 100, you'll see some of those top names, those fanciers still showing up, securing some good positions there within the top 100.
Quickly have a look at the brown jacket standings as we're speaking. Wow. Kuni Hatting move up to the first position. We will see the rankings keep changing now. The whole time that will keep changing, but this is the current ranking we have there on the brown jacket, and there's the current rankings. Kingston Gijslow is now up to the first position on the blue jacket, and Bulent in the second position. Well done.
Well done.
Oh, Team Olaf Loft and Luba Makubacik also making their way to the final of Africa Pro. Well done to that team. A good camaraderie there. Dr. De Viet move up to the 8th position, blue jacket. The current standings on the black jacket. There we can see this is the teams that already arrived.
Right.
Yeah. So there's Kingston Gijslow, seems like still in the first position. I'm going to confirm now if that record's been broken.
And Rick, we did say that today is going to be a day of possible record-breaking performances, and it looks like we might have one of those. So looking forward to seeing how Kingston Gijslow performs.
Yeah, there we can see right now as we speak the blue jacket rankings, and as you see, the Kingston Gijslow just move up on a blue jacket to the top position on a blue jacket, and on a black jacket, Kingston Gijslow 1 and 2 just swap over. So in this case, we need to count only for Kingston Gijslow 1. Because Barney, the Priya deadlifts couldn't enter 2 teams last year. So basically that record still stay unchanged. Still stands. So that means they tied at record of 6 consecutive races, or 6 races within one season, leading the black jacket. Yeah.
Still a phenomenal performance there by Kingston Gijslow.
Although I have to say they still have another 2 races to go in case they win it or moving up again with Kingston Gijslow 1. Then they might break that record.
So yeah, definitely we could still possibly see that record being broken within the 2024 series.
Kukumur and Gomes, they are now 11 minutes and 27 seconds behind, but both pigeons are in as well, so the gap got a little bit bigger. In the past they were 9 minutes behind, but now 11 minutes. I'm glad to see Bart Gierens and Simon Volsbrunner, they just move up another position, and as I mentioned before, as it gets longer and tougher, that team also tend to just keep moving up every time. There's more pigeons coming in. Umberka Loft just dropped 1 position, and then Team Ulrich and the Painters secured the 6th position there. And I see the second team just moving down right now as we speak. They're still waiting for other pigeon on the 8th position. And then Hans Paul Esser and Andreas Muller, moving up 7 positions, making it also now into the top 10. Well done, Hans-Paul Essen and Andreas. You well deserve. Quality pigeons out there for you.
No, certainly. And then in 8th position, we've got the Team Painter and Uri.
Yes, and they're still waiting for the second pigeon, so they might even drop out there. Who knows? We're going to keep a close eye on that. And Mountain and Murray already clocked both pigeons, and they might move up into the 8th position. Yeah, they're less than a few seconds behind the 8th position right now, Mountain and Murray. So they might move up to 8th position. And Loft and Camera for unbelievable. They won the car and already now also back into the top 10. Unbelievable. Well done on Boots, also known for having very, very good pigeons and genetics in South Africa.
No, he certainly will be celebrating. And we've got some champagne for you later on. So just do keep in touch, keep in contact, and we'll celebrate with you.
So we see Dieplaagte, we just spoke about them. They're also leading the brown jacket before today, and they have a good pigeon moving up another position from a 5th to the 4th position now, as you can see in the blue jacket. And it might even take the 3rd position, as the painter is still waiting for that pigeon to come in. Fancier of the race so far, Bredenhand and Rousseau. Well done, and the Pre Deadlifts came second. Unbelievable, very, very good. And Loftus Strata. Unbelievable, very good. Jan Neighbour also have a super race. So the overseas guys is doing very good. If you look at the names there, Loftus Strata, Jan Neighbour, Bart Gerings, Hans-Paul Esser, Pegasus Loss from America, Mountain Murray, Umberka Loft. Very, very good performance. This Fancier of the race performance is taken by the first 2 pigeons accumulate that time together, and the Fancier of the shortest time is crowned as the Fancier of the race.
So very well done to our foreign fanciers, doing very, very well in that top 10.
There's the top 15 pigeons that arrived in the first pack, and Loft Uncomer just took the prize there.
Well done once again to them, taking the prize, the bird prize, as well as the car prize.
Yes, unbelievable. Kuni Hatting is now currently, as we speak, the leader of our brown jacket competition. And then Simon Ulrich and the painters move in the 2nd position and moving 6 positions up. Unbelievable. Very, very good performance of them today. Team Vision, that pigeon is bred by Dieplaagte, Sterkfontein. Unfortunately, it's not in yet. It's dropping down now already 2 positions. It was in a lead. And Koekemoer and Gomes just move up 9 positions with one of their pigeons. And then the 5th, Kingston Gijslow, is coming as well. So it's also still as ranked in blue jacket, and now they're also very competitive for both of their 2 pigeons next to each other. Unbelievable how to see when a fancy genetics.
Yes.
Sometimes you can see that Kingston Gijslow and the black jackets ranked all together, and now you see in a brown jacket they ranked together, and you sometimes see that as well in a Fancier of the race competition and so on. To show that the genetics just find himself a gap or a bracket within the AFRIKAPRO rankings, and that tells me the concept of AFRIKAPRO is working.
And I think we're seeing some great consistency there from Kings and Gijslow. They've got the 2nd biggest movement in the top 10 at the moment.
Yes, yeah.
11 notches.
Bart Gerings also unbelievable, good performance. They moved into the 7th position already. He can still move up 1 position if Team Vision would drop down. But Bart Gerings move up 9 positions. And Mountain and Murray also, their pigeon is in now, and is now an 8th, ranked 8th.
They've moved up by 18 positions.
Yes.
In 9th position, we've got Freddy Kutzer.
Yes, interesting thing is here to see at the bottom, Dieplaagte Sterkfontein at another pigeon that's now currently ranked in a 13th position. So the 1 pigeon on top is coming down.
Yes.
It is flying there for Team Vision. But the Dieplaagte Sterkfontein pigeon just moved up 13 positions to the top. And there's more pigeons coming in. You can clearly see the pigeons is a bit more tired today when they arrive and land, but this is what it is.
Yes, no, it is like you said, Henrik, it is some very hot African conditions over there. You do notice that the birds not landing as crisply as they usually do with the shorter distances. But these are the avian athletes. They have been well trained for these races, and well done to your loft manager, Juan, as well as his team, doing an absolutely amazing job with the birds.
Yeah, so as the pigeons just walk into the loft, they get straight away recuperation, where we rehydrate them as well, and they recover within 10-15 minutes. And you won't believe these good pigeons actually, that's now the top rankings, where you can see tomorrow it would look like they can go for another race. Yeah,
Well,
as you can see, they
yes.
keep coming.
No, certainly. So they're coming home, and walking into the loft, they live in some really, really pristine conditions. Enrique, I never stop raving about how well taken care of the pigeons are.
Yeah, very pleased to see how they keep coming in now.
So once again, within that top 200, again, Kevin really, really doing well. His name has showed up quite a few times within that top 200.
Yeah. Today we can see the Black Jacket rankings as it is now. Most of all top 15 is in now. So Kings of Gijslow is in the second and the first position, and is in a Kings of Gijslow second. So just drop one position there. The two teams just swap around. Kumur and Gomes just retain a position there, and we're short on the heels with a few seconds is Bart Gerings and Simon Skolbrunner from Germany. Birkaloft in the fifth position, and Simon Ulrich and the Painters in the 6th, 7 Hans-Paul Esser, all the PTPL from Germany, and an 8 Mountain Murray Loft from Great Britain. Pigeon Palace move up there, one position to the 9th now, and Kevin stay in the top 10, but he just dropped down 2 positions to the 10th. Loft Einkammer have a phenomenal race by winning the car and also moving up 1 position. Wilson and Kruger into the 12th position. Deep Lofterlof also making now their appearance there in the top rankings now, so they move into the top 15 and they're coming on the radar now very, very strongly. But I know them like that. When it gets tougher and longer, you will see that name appearing on your screen. And Breda Hunt and Rousseau, unbelievable good season so far. As you can see, they move up 12 positions today, and the Pre Deadlifts, the second team, move up 8 positions, and the name again, the Pre Deadlifts, just keep featuring on our screens. On the Blue Jacket rankings, as we can see there's still a few pigeons in the ranking that come on the free continents. That pigeon that was born in Germany just dropped down our 5 positions. He's in the 9th, but the rest is already in. As you can see, Kingston Gijslow is leading now the Blue Jacket Ace Pigeon competition for all 8 races so far to this day. The second best pigeon in the loft today is from Germany, born and bred by Bulent Mavis and Nils Gerdeman in November. Deep Laughter Sterkfontein, 3rd position on Blue Jacket ranking Ace Pigeon, and Team Olaflof and Lubomir Kubacek. I think this pigeon is bred the same as they had also a year ago. They were leading Ace Pigeon competition. And Jason was leading the Ace Pigeon competition for Team Olaflof, and if I have it right, that pigeon is bred the same, out of the same parents. Yeah. And then Painters and Ulrich in the 5th position there. They just dropped 4 positions, and they're still waiting for that pigeon to come in. That pigeon didn't clock yet. It's currently in the 5th. So we'll see if it might drop down a bit more, but there's still pigeons coming in constantly, so we can keep an eye on that one. Dr. De Weert, Henk De Weert, is coming to the final. It will be great to see him. Congratulations, well done to a superb performance. Anton Mariloft in the 7th ranking there, Blue Jacket, and John Achenbach in 8th. 9, Pigeon Palace to 3rd Continents on the 10th position, dropped down then 6 positions, but he can even drop more because he's still waiting for his Pigeon.
Right.
And on 11th position, Van Heerden, Obas Van Heerden and Tokka, well done. You move up 22 positions today and your name is on a big screen. Yeah, it's a superb performance today. There you can see they just jump another position up to the 10th now, and they have now a top 10 ace pigeon. And Julia Marie from Germany, your father done you very well. Well done, Thomas Cornelis, for selecting those pigeons. It is for sale pigeons that he carefully selected. And as a present for Julia Marie, I really hope I can see them at our final. Very pleasant people. I really hope you enjoy every moment. And Team Ulrich and the Painters, unbelievable. Very good season so far for him. And Lof Veenstra, unbelievable. Verstraete, Lof Verstraete. I hope I can see him as well at the final this year. He's a very passionate fancier. And Pigeon Palace 2 on a 15th position. This is our ace ranking as we talk right now.
Right, so Henrik, I always say, it's always great to see our international fanciers featuring in that top 15. I think we have about 6 or 7 fanciers, almost half the numbers in our top 15.
Yes, yeah. There's our fanciers of the race, and you can see this is the top ranking there. 300 or so just take the Fancier of the Race competition with the pre-deadlifts too. That's why they move up so much in the Black Jacket ranking today, and they're in the top 15. And Loftus Strata as well, I just mentioned him, and that's why we see him featuring as well. Unbelievable. So it's interesting to see how it got now today, a bit warmer, tougher, longer. These overseas fanciers done actually very well in today's conditions.
Henrik, once again, let's take it back to basics. What, in fact, does Fancier of the Race mean? What do they have to do in order to win the Fancier of the Race?
To win the Fancier of the Race, taking your first 2 pigeons, accumulate the time together, and that is then that tells me which fancier in general done the best in this race for today. And that very same time, I carry that over to the Black Jacket competition as well. And the Black Jacket competition is just running over the entire season. So Fancier of the Race also price for the day is $1,500 if you is the Fancier of the Race for the day. There's our Brown Jacket Endurance Series pigeons ranked. As you can see, Koenie Harting is now at the very top. That is bred out of the Tom Lock and Kaasboer and Veenstra and Koenie Harting's genetics himself. So unbelievable good performance, move up 4 positions there. We spoke about that pigeon earlier this morning, and now it's ranked in the 1st position. Well done. And then the Ulrich and the Painters, they move up 6 positions, securing the 2nd position. Akuka Murangomes move up 10 positions. So he always praying for a tough race. And
great movement there.
Yeah, so it's nice to see that. And Kings and Gijs Low, one on a 4th and 5th position, both those 2 pigeons all together there. So they're going to stay a big factor throughout the entire season. As well as Bart Gerings and Simon. They're just few seconds behind Kings and Gijs Low. Yeah. And then Diep Laagte Sterkfontein is in the 8th position there, moving up 16 positions, and as well Mountain and Mariloft move up 19 positions there. So as all our fanciers can see, our Brown Jacket competition is more fluent at this time. You will see the rankings going more up and down. That's because we're now right in the middle of our endurance series, but it's also because the pigeons will get further and further apart from each other in this very hot African conditions. The race today was 430 kilometers, and the temperature right now, as we speak, is 33 degrees Celsius. So, and that's what make a endurance pigeon special. It's a pigeon that didn't go down for water. He just fly all the way to the loft.
Right.
And he can endure these temperatures and make sure he clock on time over all these kilometers.
Henrik, talking about the South African temperatures, this week has given us quite a few surprises. We've gone almost from extreme to extremes. How have the birds taken it?
Yeah, that was quite a challenge because throughout the entire week we had this freezing cold temperatures almost. So it was a last cold front that come down. But why I'm saying it's a challenge is because we want to condition the pigeons for the hot temperatures when it's race day.
Right.
I mean, you can't condition them in the cold weather. When they train in the morning, it's so icing cold, and even in the afternoon, it was quite cold weather this last week to condition them for this warm race of today. But I must say, I'm very pleased to see they're doing extremely well today. As you can see, what we see here, it is quite normal. Pigeons will arrive, but that pigeon we're seeing just arrived there. There's another one coming in. They're in top form. If they recuperate, drink water, some electrolytes, they within 10-15 minutes, they 100%.
Certainly the birds do look in great pristine condition. And once again, well done to your team here at Africa Pro.
Yeah, thank you so much, Koto. So yeah, we tried to get hold of Mbutsa Ankamer. He's South African. Unfortunately, I can't get hold of him as yet. But just an interesting thing, the car winner was also second on race 4. So that pigeon is a very, very good pigeon now. So the winner of today, that won the race on 430 kilometer and win the car, the Ford Wild Track Bucky, was second on race 4, and just prove it again. The good pigeons just keep coming. They will never disappoint.
I think that's just the great genetics coming through now as we are in the endurance series. Really, really good performance.
Yes. Yeah, I thought so. That brings us to the end of today. I think the Pigeon's done extremely well. We're very, very happy so far. This is tough conditions. As we mentioned, it's 33 degrees Celsius out there right now as we speak. And I just want to check if we will be able to get them boots. No. Okay. For now, we can't get hold of our car race winner. And that brings us to the end of the day. Just
But congratulations to him. I think our race director is getting some information. He might be online. However, we're still going to try and make sure that we do get the race winner online and just have a few words and a quick interview with him. It's really, really exciting. I mean, we're giving away for the very, very first time at Africa Pro a brand new, beautiful Ford Wildtrak. So I think it's important we get him online. We want to share the excitement with him.
Okay, it looks like we Butch is trying to get online now, so it will be fantastic if we can get him online. And once we have him online, let's wait a little bit and just to congratulate him in person. There we can see the result. He was first, and that's the top 10 guys for today, the top 10 Fanciers. And over to the brown jacket standings. We did discuss that. That's the top 10 brown jacket standings with Kuni Harting in the lead. And the blue jacket standing right now is King Low in the second position there. Interesting thing is that team move up to the first position today, as well as King Low 2 move up to the first as well on the black jacket. Ne? So King Low 2 is featuring right now as we speak. And there you can see it on the black jacket standings. King Low move up today to the first position, from the second to the first. Congratulations to them. We just keep trying to see if we can get hold of Butch Aankomer, who's the car winner, and once we have him online, we can just talk to him, to congratulate him for winning the Ford Wildtrak worth $50,000.
Absolutely amazing. Huge prize to give away there, courtesy of Africa Pro. And hopefully it's not the last time we do that.
Yeah, no, for sure, good. So I'm very excited about it. It's a nice feeling if we can give a car away, and we just want to improve every year.
I can guarantee you it's a better feeling receiving the keys to that car. And we are going to be giving away the keys to that car at the final in Sun City. So we'll definitely see you then for that one. We're going to have it nicely displayed with the Africa Pro banner. And of course, a few days before that, leading up to that, we've got the Premier Africa Pro experience for you, where all our international fanciers are going to be coming to the one loft area. And we have a beautiful Africa Pro ride that's going to be held for them, for our fanciers. That's just one of the highlights for those 3 days leading up to the finals.
Yeah, so really looking forward to that. The time is going now so quick. It's basically in 2 weeks, then we had a final. And yeah, so we're busy with the last arrangements, and also already bought all the meat for the hang braai.
Yes.
And tomorrow we have a nice meeting with Sarel as well, our photographer, and the guy that's doing the hang braai.
Yes.
And doing all the final arrangements for this final. It's going to be great.
So we're looking forward to those great African weather conditions that the birds have been flying through, but we are going to indulge in at the finals and Sun City. So we're looking forward to seeing you then.